And you did not give any recommendations, feedback.
I got this. I lost all those links and all, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I will send it your
yeah,
WhatsApp.
yeah.
So actually, um, last time I am already fixed at it, which is at not actually working properly.
Mm-hmm.
So just I copy today's session for class 16. So thing is, when we are actually creating app for use state management system, you, no, sorry, not use state. Use state already we are no, right?
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah. Used it. We checked.
Okay, so today we will be work with use context.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so this time this use context are already enabled. So for that purpose, this is the main state which is the connected, but it is also connected with the display, uh, which is the another component. Okay, and both are component are linked in. Uh, uh, Actually, this is connected by the context property. So how
Mm-hmm.
can it working? So thing is, when we are created the context, so this is last time we are actually created reducer. Okay, so this is the only basic reducer function, and after that we can create the reducer function, and there we pass state and actions. Okay, these both things are we are created for our component, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they are we are actually created the create the component which is the counter 2 type component, and now I just copy this component uh, because component is almost same. just I just replace the code here, because for 2, when we are using the component 2, so that time we are actually using the uh, this reducer object, right? And this time when we are using the reducer object, so here is the connections which can be working. Okay, so this is the reducer process. So just uh, without use state we can use also use reducer, and here is the uh, counter reducer function which is already here, and this counter reducer uh, is the function where we can pass the state, and also we can pass the value uh, with the type. So this is the type, this is the action type, and type name is increment or decrement. Okay, and this increment decrement are initiate with the dispatch method, because when we are get the value, so this is the main function, and after that we can initialize the value and initial value, and then we can get two property. One is the uh, counter object and another is the function. Okay, are you there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
yeah.
so this is
But I'm a bit confused on this. Why are we using use reducer?
use reducer is basically when you are create bigger object and you want to manipulate that object or codes in proper way, so that time we can use reducer, because reducer is the another process of state management. Okay, when we are using the
Mm-hmm.
state management, because this is the state management property, right? This is our state management property. Last time we are using it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So counter and set counter, and when we are get the value and set the value, so use state
Just,
are.
sir, just give me a minute. Yes, sir.
Okay, so here is the set counter object. Okay, so this is the set use state object, and in the use state object we can get the counter and set counter uh, property, and this counter property are uses for the display, data display, and as well as we can increment and decrement functions created with the state. Okay,
Hmm.
this is the basic thing which can use
Hmm.
with the use state. But similar things we can create with the counter reducer. Okay, and this counter
Hmm.
reducer actually main thing is not only for increment decrement, but this is the another way to create application to distribute the object. Basically thing is sometimes this uh, codes you can write it in the component section, in the component section. But
Hmm.
basically if your code is too much larger and there have so many
Hmm.
logics, so that time you can be separated it from the counter object, counter from the component part. So you can separate, if you want to separate the component part, so that time you can be use reducer. Okay,
Hmm.
in that time you can create some reducer, and reducer actually is the different process to create or work similar things with the user use reducer. Okay, so this is the use reducer
Hmm.
is similar thing like state, but here have thing is when you are actually use reducer, so that time counter reducer have some functionality where get two parameters, one is the state, another is the action. State is the main value which value are already passing or memorized, so that value are actually increment or decrement whatever uh, is there.
Hmm.
But after that you can we are using here actions dot type. This actions dot type is actually object, not object, it is a actually property, and this property actually check which case are actually activated. If case is increment, then we can get this output. If case is decrement, then we can get this output. Okay, so
Okay.
this is the two things. And otherwise if we are not get similar like this, so then we can get only state value. So we get the counter value directly for display here, and after that we can get the output uh, actually we need to be perform the function. We need to perform this particular case. So for that particular purpose, this is the action method which called dispatch. So this is the actually dispatch where we can performing some actions. Okay, so this is the actually actions
Mm.
property, and this actions property performed by dispatch method. So when we are using the dispatch method, so this is the actually action object, and this action object have type property. And here we are
Mm.
if we are using increment or decrement whatever, so after hit the increment, so then we can check the increment property. If it is uh, if it is decrement, so then we can get the decrement value.
Yeah.
Thing is same.
Sorry, 1 second, sir. I have not coded this particular one.
You write also.
I'm also writing.
Okay.
So here, what am I doing? That is equal to.
If you write counter object previously, just copy in that.
I have not written. That's the problem. I have not done at all.
Okay, so you can write this. Actually, you are writing this particular file.
Okay. So you want me to write a JavaScript altogether?
And this is the actually JavaScript
Okay.
property. And it is a JavaScript file, and this JavaScript file name is counter reducer.js. And here I have two type of property. One is the export const initial state, and another is the export function counter reducer, and it is a function. And in these functions have two property. One is the state, another is the action.
Okay, okay, 1 second. Okay. Now I need to. Why are we initializing initial state here? It's equal to 0.
Initial state is equal to 0.
But we are not using that initial state at all here, right?
Yes, of course we need to be use it here, because if we are not set up any
Okay.
initial value, so how can you set up? Basically, initial state, it is this time it is not required. If you are just putting only 0, then it is okay. But why actually required initial state? Because if it is not only counter object, if you have some e-commerce like application you are created,
Hmm.
where you are created a product object, so that time that product object will be uh, initialized.
Hmm.
So for that purpose, you need to be, use the initial state, because that time you need to be initialized like this product, whatever you want to write. Okay, but this time it is
Mm-hmm.
does not require, because only we are using simple data
Okay.
state.
Okay. Mm. Okay, now I have to add this into main.jsx, right? Where is my main.jsx? Okay. Import counter. Okay. Label start. Okay. 1 second. Why is it saying run is not recognized? It is not allowing me to
Hmm?
run. Do I need to run and
You want to share your screen?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So,
It's not allowing me to run.
okay. This is uh, uh, run only npm. Just why only run? Why you are writing run npm? npm first.
Oh, okay, okay.
npm run dev.
Sorry, sorry.
This is very silly mistake. But now your application does not working. Why not? Go to the
Hmm.
console. Go to console because maybe getting some issues. Open the console section. Uh, this
Counter reduce.
this file does not match.
Okay, 1 second. Counter.js6, right?
JSX not required, but counter.js. Okay. Uh, that
Spotnet counter reduce. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's counter reducer.
C small. C is a
No,
small,
that is not small.
but and here don't use the curly brace here.
Here?
Line number 6. Line number 6. Where you are use the initial value, they are only use 0 after comma. Uh, Go to the console. Go to the console. Console into the console section. What did what message are showing here? uh, okay, you are not use export syntax. You are not use any export syntax, but here yes. Go to the there. not here. Go to the uh, counter property, counter reducer. No, that was right. Go to the counter.js file. Mm, not need to write default. L- does not require default. Here, not this is
But
line.
here's a switch case, right? Oh, okay,
No, no.
this one.
Uh, yes, it is not required.
Just now I added because it's not working. Oh, okay.
Okay, and where your counter object, counter display.
1 second. Oh, there is. Where is my command.js? Hmm. I did not give us button. 1 second.
Go to above. Go to above. Okay, so here is the problem. You use the reducer. Uh, okay, that state, that state. This is this state actually is a count. This state will be a count.
Hmm.
This state will be count directly. Line number 7 are removed, and state name will be changed with the count. CUNT. Just save it. And use effect are does not required.
Use effect. But this is only for the console, no?
Okay, but you can write console directly without use effect. You can also check out that. What kind of messaging showing there? Expand it. Count key not found. What kind of object you are set up here? Count key not found. Go to the counter.js. Counter.js. Just state plus.
I think, yeah. No, it should be count plus one, right?
No, uh,
Okay, okay, once.
it is the start with state. Okay,
Yeah.
state equal to state clone state. Oh, sorry, not like that. Just simple without curly brace. Return state plus one. Just save it. Okay, so this is the
Mm.
process which can be changed. Okay,
Okay.
and not in the default section, not to it throw, because maybe they have uh, constant value which is actually updated last time. So return state only
Oh, okay,
in the
okay.
in the
Got it,
in
got
the
it.
default section, return state only.
Mm. Mm.
Return state only, state. Okay.
But what if it is an error?
Error is actually you are writing the code as a object, so you are
Mm.
not using object at this moment. Okay.
Mm.
So for that particular purpose, it does not working properly.
Mm.
Okay. Now it will be did.
Mm.
So now I share my screen.
Sure.
Okay. So this is the actually thing is reducer, and when we are clicking the reducer, so that time only reducer values are implemented. Okay.
Mhm.
Only a singular component, but this is the another component where we want to
Mm.
put the value, because maybe
Mm.
this anywhere you can use the uh, third party object or value. So if you
Mm.
want to that, so that time you need to be use the dispatch value.
Mm.
Sorry, you need to use the context, but when you try to use the context, uh, 10 minutes left. So
Yeah, I think I also have to go for the session treatment.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so but little bit I just
Yeah. Sure, sure.
okay. So actually, when we are create the context, so context is the special type of property. Okay, and this
Mm.
particular counter context property or context property are create the global application value management system. If you are
Mm.
managing your values into the whole application, so that time you need to be create the context, and here is the two type of context. This context for the value, and this context used for method dispatch. Okay, so this is the two properties are required, and also
Mm.
we need to reducer with this. Okay, because
Mm.
context and reducer both are required to manage the values. So first time,
Mm-hmm.
this is the counter provider. Counter provider is a uh, component. Okay, this is a normal component, normal JSX component, but this counter context provider and context and dot provider, which are observe the value with the value property, and it is also
Mm.
observe the value with the action. Okay, so this is the process, and after that this counter reducer which is already here, this counter reducer, so only this counter reducer to import, because we are just working with the counter object at this moment. So for that
Mm.
purpose I just import counter reducer and this initial state both, and after that we are create this particular property like this. And when this type of provider are created, so after that this is our custom provider which are already created, and after create this provider we can attach this provider with the main application, top of all main application. So we can use it here also, but
Hmm.
this time does not record because this app is the parent object, uh,
Hmm.
all sub properties.
Hmm.
So for that
Hmm.
particular reason, I just simply use the app, and after that we are using counter provider. Okay, counter provider, and
Hmm.
this counter provider value can be visible here and here also, because in subchild value will be uh, flow. So how
Hmm.
can we observe the value? So if we want to observe the value, so that time we can create another display context, and there I just use the value for counter context, which is the context property I use here. Okay, so
Okay.
when value,
So, okay. Counter reducer is like similar to what we have implemented before, right? Now, counter context is is a wrap. Can I think of as a wrapper on top of the counter reducer? Is that how I
it is
can think of?
it is the actually application state value, application state value, whole application
Okay.
state value. Okay, and
Uh
this
huh.
state are managed by the provider. So anywhere our
Hmm.
value is updated, so that value can be observed here,
Oh, okay, okay.
anywhere
But we
in the
can
application.
have like, yeah, but we can have like n number of values that can change, right?
Yes, if anywhere value are changes, that value are observing with here directly. So this is the
Hmm.
counter context. So this is the
Hmm.
observer, value observer. Okay.
But if let's say now I have a counter context, right? Likewise, I can have a product context also, right?
We can also do that if we are
So how do we do that?
if we have product product object. Okay, product context.
Ah,
So
right. Do I need to create another product like just like display.jsx? Do I need to write like another product
PRO gives you the
display.jsx?
okay, yes. So if we have a product display or product context, so
Ah,
product context, product context, and also we need to be create this particular process. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right.
first thing you need to be use this two thing first here. Okay, and also you need to be use the product context and set product
Hmm.
context property, both are required.
Hmm.
And after that you need to be use this kind of reducer object. Okay, and
Correct.
after that we need to be create the initial state of products. Okay, because these
Hmm.
products are required, so for that purpose we need to use context here. And after that we can create the counter reducer like this,
Hmm. Hmm.
sorry, counter reducer dot uh, product reducer, products reducer, PRODU products product reducer. Okay, so here is the product reducer. So now we just record product reducer like this. Okay,
Hmm.
so if we want to add product, so this time we can use the add product like this. This is the state array property, and after that
Hmm.
we can get the product object, and
Hmm.
there we can push the value with the
Hmm.
payload. Okay,
Hmm.
and here we can add the value like this. Okay, and also we can add product, delete product, and update product.
Hmm.
So this is these properties are required for here.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, okay. So after using this, If we want to use, so after using this we need to be also wrap with PRODUCT
Yeah, product right.
product provider.
Providing.
Okay,
Okay.
and this product provider also bind up with this. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so after using this we can get. Okay, so actually it is make sure with JSX extension. So for that particular purpose I need to be change it as a JSX file. Okay. And once more I just recompilation it, and now the problem is solved. Okay, so
So for the display, do I need to have another display, or the display.jsx will be same?
so basically thing is here is the product part. If you are using, so this is the product property, and here is the value, and another is the action part. When you observe the product's value, so that time you can get the product value from the initial state. And if you want to set up the value, initial setup value, so that time you can use it. And if you want to add the product value, so then you can use this particular process. uh, we can delete also here through this process, and we can update also through this process. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is the actually thing.